So I ain't even like the biggest Lil Peep fan. I wanted to say that like I'm into rap music and shit. I play it all the time in my videos, but I ain't gonna cap and act like I jam. Like honestly, when he died, I feel like that was around the time period I listened to Peep. Like I haven't really been like into his. I'm not really a posthumous type of like listener. Like I didn't really like X's album. I only like the handful of songs on Pop Smoke's album. Like I just feel like when an artist dies, the music that comes out after, it's not really exactly what the artist would want all the time. Not saying that like all of the song, like obviously when they re-release like Tupac and Biggie songs and shit, like obviously like most of those were probably already completed, but like when it comes to these SoundCloud artists and like newer generation, it's a lot easier for them to like take vocals and like master and like take the tracking off certain like stuff and like implement it onto like other songs, or to like add their like verse and throw it onto it. And you see that shit all the time. But so Lil Peep, I've been seeing getting spread around shit about how he's getting canceled, and it's just so, I'm so sick and like this whole situation stems from like a compilation, I guess, project between these two artists, Boy Fruit and Lil Peep, back in like 2015. So this was over 2 years before he died, and he was let me get the timeline of this shit correctly. So he was 21, like just turned 21 around the time when he died. This would have taken place over 2 years before this, and the project was probably recorded a little bit before that as well. I mean, I don't fucking know. I've listened to it, like obviously that you can't just make shit like that in a day. So yeah, obviously that was recorded a little bit. So if you're looking at the timeline just off that perspective, Peep would have been 19, like maybe just turning 19. Like, how are y'all gonna cancel him, man? And also, I wanted to point this out. I'm gonna show some pictures. This was before Peep even had face tats. So y'all are canceling a man who had just turned 19 for lyrics that he didn't even say. And for all the people that are saying, "Oh, this is Peep's project," go on Lil Peep's fucking SoundCloud, go on Lil Peep Spotify, go on Lil Peep Apple Music, look up Lil Peep on YouTube. These aren't popular songs. This is Boy Fruit's only claim to fame. And I'm not trying to shame the man. It's just people are trying to say, "Oh, this is Peep's project. He should be held more accountable." I'm like, one, you got the lyrics stems from the whole 17 rape, and like 6 years ago, some jokes were obviously less sensitive than they are now. And I'm not saying that like the joke was okay, but if you're just going by the timeline, this is basically an 18-year-old kid. Like, wasn't even his like part of the song. Like the other Boy Fruit sang that part. So I'm like, if y'all should be canceling anybody, it should be Boy Fruit. But either way, like I don't even really know Boy Fruit's age. I think they're both like similar friends in ages and shit. So it's like 18-year-olds talking about how they kissed a 17-year-old. Like, I just don't understand what all the backlash is for this. People just have to find something new to get mad and riled up for every fucking day. It's like every 12 hours I go on the internet, some whiny fucking bit. Like, I saw the post about that today, and I looked into it. It took me a solid like 30 seconds to like realize all this shit, and I saw thousands of people sharing this. So if people really cancel Peep after like, or in the future, I don't think he's really gonna be like, this isn't that serious. There's been artists that have done way more fucked up shit. So I just hope this doesn't stain his legacy. Anyways, guys, Chaseforneverstar, your favorite Florida boy. Just wanted to make this out because I don't really talk a lot about like current events. But when I see some bullshit like this, it's like I have to make a video about it. You guys know what I'm saying? And don't take this as I'm some fucking victim shamer, or I'm like some... It's just, there's no victims. It was an insensitive joke when he was fucking 18, 19. Like, this was Peep before he had the face tats. Like, you guys are reaching.